law and order, machinery, CAPFs, list friends. We have been interacting with you individually, collectively, informal press conferences, in informal information sharing. We have walked this journey together and it's almost the end of it. I'm sure we are all happy that today also it has gone off smoothly. And though you knew the results, but we wanted to be sure that formally the result is declared before we come and interact with all of you. So, though by and large you would have known the trends, but only after all the 60 results were declared, we have come now to you. One of the things which happens is that you know the process, that though the formal count of EVMs is done, after that, in accordance with the Commission's directions, 5 EVMs which have been chosen at random in each constituency, those are counted through the VVPAT slips. Those slips are physically counted and those 5 are done one after the other, not simultaneously. So that is also one of the reasons, though you may know the result informally, but the formal declaration happens only after all these 5 have also been counted and rechecked with the EVM result. That has been done in all the 60 constituencies. One was of course uncontested. So in all the 59 which were being counted today, all that has been done, and after that the result has been declared. So I'll just announce, you may know it, but as part of the procedure which we do, BJP 20 contested, in the sense 20 candidates were there, one constituency uncontested, as I said, 12 won. CPI 1 contested, 0. INC 23 contested, winning 0. NCP 12, 7 1. NPP 12, 5 1. NDPP 40, 25 1. NPF 22, 2 1. RPP 1 contested, 0. Janata Dal United JDU 7, out of which 1 candidate has won. LJP 16 contested, 2 candidates won. RPI Athwale 8 contested, 2 1. RJD 3 contested, 0 winning candidates. Independents 19 contested and 4 won. You may be interested in knowing the highest margin of victory and also the lowest margin. So, in 4 Ghaspani Assembly constituency, BJP candidate Shri N. Jacob Zimomi, he won with a margin of 20,096. This was the highest margin in the state against the independent candidate. In next highest was 11 Northern Angami won, where NDPP candidate Shri Nephew Rio, he won with a margin of 15,824 against the INC candidate. The lowest margin, 8 Western Angami, NDPP candidate Shri Kruse, he won with a margin of 7 votes against the independent candidates. And in next after that, 19 Phek NPF candidate Shri Kozolozo Inu, he won with a margin of 48 votes against NDPP candidate. We'll give you all these figures. I'm just sharing while we are all here together. Our final election voting percentage 86.72. Men 85.6 and women 87.85. So 86.72 the final voting percentage. These are the broad figures, and as I said, overall counting has gone off well. Only one small incident in 6th inning where there was a slight law and order issue, nothing serious. Police had to resort to tear gas shelling, and then after that the mob dispersed and everything was all right. So in that sense, this final stage of counting of this entire election process has also gone off smoothly, and we are happy to be sharing all this information with you here. Now I'll also hand over to our Police Nodal IGP, Sri Lima.
Thank you, sir. A very good evening to all the media friends. As already mentioned, the general law and order situation on the counting day has been peaceful, barring one incident where we had to resort to, the police and the CRPF had to resort to tear gas shelling and some blank firing because some mob had gathered and they were calling for recall, which was not mandated as per the directions of the ECI. So all that has been taken care of, and as on date, as of now, I think situation is firmly under control. There are certain sensitivities where some antisocial elements may try to take advantage. The security is very much well placed, and all the district SPs, the Commissioner of Police, the district SPs, the officers on the ground, they're monitoring the situation, and so far no adverse report has come so far. But we will continue to maintain the vigil till such time as it is necessary. Through this medium, I would like to make an appeal to all the citizens of the state that not to take law into their own hands. The democratic mandate has to be respected, and we have to accept it. So through the medium, I would like to just make an appeal to maintain peace and calm and tranquility, and accept the democratic mandate of the people. That was in Perin ADC office. So one of the political parties were not happy with I think the EVMs, the counting and the other issues. But there was absolutely no, I think, irregularities. But the public had some other perceptions, so they tried, a mob of about 400 and 500, they tried to get into the ADC's office, but they had to be stopped, and in the process, through the magisterial order, some force was used, lathi charge was done, some tear gas shells were fired, some blank rounds were fired. No injuries have been reported, and situation is firmly under control.
This happens in very rare cases, that if you go there and it's already cast, then yes, as per procedure, the tender vote is taken. But since the formal voting process has already happened, so the legal recourse will be, we'll try to establish who was the person who cast the wrong vote, and then we'll try to take action against him or her. It's very rarely so. Since the vote against the in whatever manner that person, from what you are referring to, that incident, if against her name somebody has already cast the vote, so against the same voter it cannot be counted twice, and once it has gone into the EVM, obviously it cannot be retrieved back which vote is that one. So exercise that vote, but counting that, I had discussed with our police nodal, he'll elaborate on that, but very briefly speaking, in the morning also we discussed, and then it was checked with the police there in Noklak. Yes, postmortem was done there, and then the report, the findings will take maybe a couple of days for us to know the findings formally, but our police nodal is here if you would like to add.
What sir has said is right, that it will take, the PM examination was done this morning at Noklak itself. The dead body was handed over to the family members, and the mortal remains have been buried. The last, the rituals have been done. The dead body is already buried. Now, as far as the PM examination is concerned, we are still awaiting the report. It may take maybe a day or two. 5 criminal cases have been registered so far. The details of the cases are not with me right now, but 5 criminal cases have been registered. And this was not today. This happened mostly it was day before when the incident flared up, right after the next day of having conducted the polling. So that was on 28 that a lot of violence actually erupted in Kifre headquarters. Basically, some of the political parties wanted recall. They wanted to, have recall because they had their own grievances, subsequently leading to attacks of the other candidates, so on and so forth. So initially the situation was quite tense, but immediate reinforcement of IRB as well as of the existing CAPF forces had to respond, and then some firing were done, and the lathi charge was also carried out, and we have not actually estimated the loss of properties as of now, but that will be done in the due course of investigation. But today Kefir was very peaceful, and it continues to be peaceful, and the district police is also maintaining a very strict vigil.
Nagaland TV, Sob Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.